What's up, y'all? I had to come back and do a part two, a follow up to this video. A black judge being pulled over by a so called white man, a so called police officer. And I don't even like to say that. I like to say a slave master, because that's what they are. I was just looking at the body footage of the so called white man. Let me show y'all exactly what he did. And if you don't understand, if you click on this video first and you don't understand, and you may not know what's going on, go watch the first video and then come back and watch this one. All right, let's do this here. Hold on, man, hold on. All right, I'm gonna show y'all the part where this so-called white man, a so-called police officer that pulled her over, busted her tail light, and then gonna say she need to go get her tail light fixed. When he initiated and busted her tail light out, he turned this body cam on. What he did, he cut the body cam and made it dark and busted her tail light and claimed that, trying to say it was her fault, when he in essence did it because he was jealous of the so-called black woman's car. Now I want y'all to see this here, how he gonna cut his camera and lie. It's just like how they try to take and plant drugs and stuff on you and things of that nature. My brother, when he was and he know more about the being in the system and stuff like that, as far as his being on drugs and stuff in the past, and they finding different stuff on him and stuff like that. He understand, and they have experience in how he believed that, how he know how they plot stuff and put stuff, they'll plant drugs on you. And you wonder why we call the so-called white man the devil. Here's the reason why. Let's watch this footage here. Because I'm gonna show you how he took and busted this black judge's tail light out and then tried to lie out of it or whatever. And you're gonna see how he gonna cut the body cam. Let's take a look. All right. Hold on.
Why are you dressed like that?
Hold on.
Drowning in the
Oh, wait a minute. Watch this.
Hey! You have a broken taillight, man. That's another citation.
What are you doing?
It's illegal to be driving around with a broken taillight.
Yeah, after you broke it.
I did not break it. I'm trying to keep the
You
street safe.
actually... Are you kidding me?
Hold on.
You know what? Hey!
You have a broken taillight, man.
Did y'all see how I reiterated the video, reiterated that piece of footage. Y'all saw how it showed up red. He put his hand in it and it was dark. And you heard he took something, whatever it was, and shot her tail light or something out. And that's why she got out the car and said, after you, look at her. She climbing out the car because she knew that he had and did, hold on. This thing went dark. Okay, yeah, okay. I guess I accidentally flipped the camera around. She know he did that. We all know what happened. We see clearly that he took and he darkened the camera, as you see, right? See that red part right there? Watch this.
You have a broken taillight, man. That's another citation.
What are you doing?
It's illegal to be driving around with a broken taillight.
Yeah, after you broke it.
That's right.
I'm trying to keep the
You
street safe.
actually, are you kidding me?
I could just see myself saying, yeah, you did it.
Intentional
I probably would have been,
intentional property damage. It's immediate.
I'd have walked, I could just, look,
Need to read your statute.
Why are you dressed like that? Why are you wearing a robe?
Surprise, Judge.
I'm not a judge. I'm a police
Not
officer.
you, me. How about that?
You're a judge.
No, I just wearing this robe because I have nothing else.
see, they ain't used to seeing a sister, a so-called black woman, in high seats. Because see, Esau have that, they have that pride within them. Like, how did you become, that's why the so-called black woman was saying surprise. You see what I'm saying? And I can just see myself just saying, and you know what? I seen him do it, and you wonder why we call y'all the devil at the Bible. I said, man, I told that so-called black woman, you know why he did that? Because all of them is the devil that the Bible speaks of. They are. Because look at what he did. And then they do worse. Look at Sonia Mass. Sonia Mass let these so-called white police officers in her house, and they told her is to just go turn some boiling water off, right? And look what happened. They talking about coming at us with some hot steaming water when they set up, and then she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. But she really didn't know she was calling on that white God. And she called on the wrong one, and they took out their gun and they shot her. She called on that God. You know what I'm saying? There are not even enough words that I can use to describe how dirty and demonic, the dirty and demonic wouldn't even be the word that I want to call so-called white people. You see what I'm saying? And hold on, let's look at this.
To do.
Well, you don't act like a judge. You definitely don't look like a judge.
Yeah, what do they look like?
Not you.
Oh, not me? What do they look like? I don't look like a judge? Well, guess what? I am one, and I'm on my way to work now. But you know what? I've sentenced more men with better discipline than you. You'll be standing when I walk in court. Surprise.
I mean, why didn't you just lead with telling me that you were a judge?
You don't have to. She don't have to.
All you had to do was tell me you were a judge.
I didn't have to tell you nothing. You treat every citizen with respect.
And I'm going to show y'all.
What would it make if I was a judge? What difference? You still didn't have the right to break my tail light, and then you give me a citation with that? I'll see you.
That's a dirty devil.
Just get home safely. We'll just settle this with the warning, okay? You need to get your taillight fixed. It's not safe to be driving like that, and please just drive the speed limit.
I'd have been cussing him out. I ain't gonna lie. I'd have been calling him all kind of devils and crackles and everything else. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell the truth. Now, I want y'all to see this. It's saying, judge promptly filed a complaint to the officers department. Okay, let's see what's next. Now, notice, look at this shit now. Now, if it had been a so-called black man doing a white so-called white woman like that, look, read this here. The officer was immediately suspended. First and foremost, suspended? What? Now, what do you think would happen to a so-called black I want y'all, all of y'all so-called black police officers is to hear this here. They suspended this so-called white man that did that. The officer was immediately suspended once his supervisors pulled the body cam footage. They had to see the footage in order to believe it. But a so-called white person can do something and they don't even have to have evidence. All they got to do is just, I'm gonna have to make another video to make up for this one.